welcome to the Formula Masters China Series 2014 here at the Shanghai International Circuit. I'm Viviana Sun. Coming up in the show today, we'll take a close look at the Star Racing Academy, China's first single-seater driver development program, and show you why China's next breakout motor racing star could be coming out of this series. And we'll catch up with all the racing action from season opener in Shanghai. We'll go behind the wheel with Matt Solomon to take a lap around the track. And we know you love racing action, and we'll have plenty of that, with highlights of all three races here. Before we get into all the action here at the Shanghai International Circuit, let's get you up to date with the series so far with a look back at the opening round in Shanghai.
Pole sitter Matt Swanepoel stalled on the grid and later had to rejoin at the back of the field. But Swanepoel's two KCMG teammates took the lead. James Munro had a clear shot into turn one, while Dan Wells in fourth was able to move up into second. Super licensed driver Yuya Motojima in third was pushing Dan Wells hard for second, and 2 laps from home he passed Wells, who had an issue with his gear linkage. Munro took the first race of the season, followed by Motojima in second and Wells in third. Later that day, the heavens opened. The rain was so bad on the formation lap that before the race had even started, Matt Swanepoel was taken out by Bao Jinlong. With the race now coming down to a 3-lap shootout, Munro led from Motojima at the front. Dan Wells in third ended the race with his car stuck in 4th gear, which allowed Matt Solomon to pass him. So for the second race in succession, the top two, with James Munro winning it from Yuya Motojima, with Solomon in third. Unfortunately, the rain continued overnight, and race 3 had to be postponed until later in the season.
Welcome back to the Shanghai International Circuit, located about an hour's drive from downtown Shanghai. It's the first and only Formula One circuit in China, but the track these drivers will race on is a slightly shorter version than the F1 circuit, 14 turns instead of 16, and 4.6 kilometers in length. Let's get up close and personal with the track now as we take a lap with Matt Solomon.
Hi, I'm Matt Solomon, driving car number 19. I'm from Hong Kong, driving with Eurasia Motorsport. All right, so here we start a lap of the Shanghai International Circuit. Coming up to the first corner, down to 5th if the grip is good, otherwise go down to 4th. Keep a tight line, try not to run too wide. And then here, try to carry as much speed into this corner, to make sure but also slow it down to keep the entry line. Here in second gear, try to get a good exit up to the chicane, which is quite an important corner. In third gear, don't want to brake too late. You have to make sure you climb both of the curbs to get a nice smooth run. Into this next corner now, the long right-hander, turn 8. Down to stay in 4th gear as just a lift, and carry the speed through here, but make sure you stay to the right to make this corner on the left. Shifting down to 3rd, try to get a good exit to try and close up on the guy in front. And then here it's quite important, this next corner, because it leads onto the main straight. Then down 3 gears into 2nd, get a good entry. Here don't push too much because you need to get a good exit onto this corner. Early on the gas here, and it's important to try and make sure the car is balanced. Not too much oversteer, not too much understeer, because this straight is very important, especially in the races. Because that's where most of the overtaking is done. So a good exit will set you up for a good defense or a good attack on the driver in front. So in 6th gear, approaching the tightest hairpin on this track. Brake around the start of the curb or just after. Down 4 gears into 2nd. Get a nice entry line. And then early on the gas to get a run onto this last corner. Try and carry the speed. So 4th gear when the grip is good, 3rd gear when it's not fantastic. Don't run too wide on the exit, early on the gas, and there you go. That's one lap of the Shanghai International Circuit.
Running partnership with the Formula Masters China Series is the Star Racing Academy, which aims to develop young Chinese talent and potential future stars. Supported by all 6 sports car brands in the VW Group, the Academy provides a comprehensive coaching and education program for young Chinese drivers to become complete motorsport professionals.
Star Racing Academy is a young drivers development program in their career in motorsport. All the drivers we selected, we're going to provide them with a full set of professional training, in which we're going to have one driver's coach who can teach them how to drive on track and also help them analyze the data. We're also going to give them a fitness coach who's also helping them keep track on their weight, on the food they eat, and also how they recover from a weekend race.
My job is with the drivers to make sure what they're training outside of the track, how they're getting ready for the races, how they recover after the races. So everything they eat, everything they drink, what they're doing in the gym, any massages, any stretches to help them recover from injuries and knocks during the races. Specifically here at Shanghai, it's been really hot, so I make sure they're drinking enough water. We also have electrolytes within their drinks to make sure they're not getting dehydrated, so the heart's not having to work hard, so that they can keep working at the high levels needed during the races.
This year we're going to have 3 drivers. They're Bao Jinglong, Yuan Bo, and Hua Miao. Bao Jinglong and Yuan Bo are our second-year junior SRA driver. They have been with us since last year, and this year we've seen a lot of development. Bao Jinglong won the title of Shirako R Cup last year, and he was the only and also the first Chinese driver who won the title over the 5 years of the series. Drivers are young people, they're leading the young generation. We hope they can be the role models for young people to be passionate about motorsport and also get involved.
Hi and welcome back. Joining me now is Mark Dreyer. Hi Mark, it's good to have you here again.
Thanks.
Just give the viewers a quick refresher on the format of the racing in the Formula Masters China series.
Sure, well, we have 3 races each weekend. The first and the third race, slightly longer than the middle one, but all the races are relatively short, so qualifying is extremely important, and then it's all action once the lights go green.
And what makes this series stand out from all the others?
Well, the Formula Masters China Series is China and Asia's leading international junior single-seater championship. In fact, it's the only racing series worldwide which is supported and backed by a manufacturer group, which in this case is the Volkswagen Group China and its 6 sports car brands: Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche and Volkswagen. And it's all about developing a motorsport culture here. These aren't just rich guys racing for fun on the weekends. They're all young, aspiring drivers desperate to make it to the top.
Well, sounds like the perfect formula for a racing series.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuan Bo. This year I work for Eurasia Motorsport. Also, I'm from Star Racing Academy. Welcome to Shanghai. Go watch the race.
So Mark, what happened with qualifying yesterday?
Well, it was a real battle between 2 KCMG teammates, James Munro and Dan Wells. Munro, in fact, set the early provisional pole. Then Wells went quicker, and then in the final few minutes of the qualifying session, again it was James Munro, and there's less than 0.2 of a second separating those two on the front row of the grid. Behind them come Aston Hare of South Africa, Matt Solomon from Hong Kong. Then we have 3 Chinese drivers, Yin Haitao, Hu Junjin and Yuan Bo. Yuan Bo in 7th position is a Star Racing Academy driver. He's been 4th and 5th so far, so he'll be desperate for his first podium position of the season. And then rounding out the rest of the field, we have 18 drivers in all.
Thanks, let's go straight to the race.
And they get away cleanly here in Shanghai. James Munro leads from Dan Wells. Matt Solomon looking to go past Aston Hare into 3rd. And Yin Haitao also goes through as Hare runs wide on turn 1. Here comes Hare right back at Yin Haitao, back into 4th position. Munro, Wells and Solomon ahead of him there. Decent midfield battles all over the shop here. Senna Iriawan takes a run at Bao Jinglong. Martono tries to go past Ronald Wu on the inside. Hare's gone past Yin Haitao now, looking to line up Matt Solomon here. Oh, and one of the Eurasia cars looks to run wide there. I think that could be Yuan Bo. Aston Hare having a massive lunge at Matt Solomon, going through on the inside there, but here comes Solomon right back. Hare defending magnificently, holding his position. These two are in a tremendous battle. These Formula cars with great pace here in Shanghai. Back comes Solomon once again. He's gone through on the inside. He's got the racing line. He's going to go through. Hare trying to stay with him. And still there's still Yin Haitao looks behind. Hare comes back. No. Solomon holds third position, for now at least. Oh, and the safety cars come out. That looks to be Ronald Wu in trouble there. Back to racing once again, and Munro still leads. Wells in second, then Solomon, then comes Hare. Matt Solomon having a look at Dan Wells here in the final few turns of the race. Wells holding his line to defend second place. It's going to be enough. Solomon is going to run out of track here. Munro comes around the final corner. He will win again. That's 3 from 3 for him now. Dan Wells comes around in second place. Matt Solomon in third.
Congratulations, Dan. So tell us, when the safety car got out, did you think you could overtake James?
Yeah, it was quite close. I mean, we had a good start and I nearly had him into turn 2. But then we were running at a good pace.
Got off to a good start, got into third. On the first few laps, the tires weren't up to speed yet, so yeah, I lost a bit of time to Aston. Aston caught me up and he eventually passed me. And then yeah, from then on, I just had to get my head down and try and pass him again. It was okay, it was a good battle.
So confirmation of the race 4 results there. James Munro with the win, Dan Wells in second, Matt Solomon in third, and Yin Haitao, the top Chinese driver, in 5th. In 16th was Anderson Martono after he received a 30-second penalty for being slightly out of his grid box at the start.
Well, race 2 is a 7-lap sprint, and James Munro is in pole position once again. Mark, how does the rest of the field line up?
Well, we've got the usual suspects on the front 2 rows of the grid. Munro, Solomon, Wells and Aston Hare. Then just beside me here is the top Chinese driver in the field, Yin Haitao. He's in 5th position, and he was actually 5th in the first race of the weekend, picking up his first points of the season. Further back, we have the 3 Star Race Academy drivers. They start in 11th, 12th and 16th places. And the starting positions for this race are determined by the fastest lap times from the first race of the weekend. Manla Mdakane had to come into the pits early on in that first race, but his team specifically sent him back out to get a fastest time. He starts in 13th place.
Thanks, Mark. We're looking forward to another strong race from all of the guys.
大家好，我是华淼，然后我来自北京，然后是赛车之星培养计划车手，然后我希望今天有一个很好的成绩，然后能够拿冠军。
Race 5 of the Formula Masters China Series gets underway. James Munro and Matt Solomon cleanly away at the front, and one of the Zen Motorsport cars stalling at the back of the grid. Solomon in second there. Dan Wells looking to sneak by, gets through on the inside of turn 1 to go into second. That's Hua Miao there. Disastrous start for him at the back. Yin Haitao now pulling wide to go past Matt Solomon, blows past him. The Chinese driver up into 3rd place. Incredible stuff, and lots of action behind as well. Aston Hare all over the back of Matt Solomon, looking right, looking left. No way through for now, but he's posting some blistering lap times at the moment. And Solomon runs wide on the corner there, recovers well, holds his position. But that's going to hurt his race speed, and let's see what happens down this long straight. Aston Hare picking up, moves wide to go past him. Looks to have that extra speed because of Solomon's mistake. Goes through up 1 place. And what was that as they went past? Solomon recovers, but there's a car on the track. That's the super licensed car of Zhou Chenyu, number 75. And I'm sure we'll see the safety car out for that. Back now with this incredible battle for 3rd place. Matt Solomon looking to go past Yin Haitao into turn 15. He goes past, but it won't make a difference to the lead. James Munro comes through for yet another victory from Wells and Solomon, with Aston Hare sneaking past Yin Haitao on the final turn for 4th.
Congratulations again, James. What's it going to take to stop you from winning every race?
Oh, thanks very much. I don't know. Well, certainly the team's doing a very good job at the moment, so the other teams might have to do a bit to catch up, but I'm just really enjoying driving at the moment, and I just feel really good, and the time seems to come with that.
Getting another 1-2 in the bank, but I think for the future race we just need to find a little bit more time in qualifying perhaps, and then I think we'll be able to win some races.
In Haitao, at one point you were up to 3rd place, but you finished 5th. Are you happy or disappointed?
I'm happy. The point is I Right now I'm in the first group, and it's not kind of lucky. It's my performance already is competing in first group. It's of course really happy.
有请获得技能的车手颁奖，有请。
Race 5 official results here. James Munro again with the win from Dan Wells and Matt Solomon. Aston Hare in 4th, Yin Hai Tao in 5th. 17 of the 18 drivers completing race 5.
Hi everybody, I'm Bao Jinglong. This year I drive for Zen Motorsport and I'm the member of Star Racing Academy. Welcome to Shanghai.
Mark, an incredible 4 wins out of 4 for James Munro in the championship so far. Why do you think he's been so successful?
Well, he got 10 wins in the Formula Ford New Zealand series last year, so this is a guy absolutely who knows how to win. But the tracks back home in New Zealand tend to be much tighter with smaller runoff areas, so any small mistake could end your race. Then he comes over to Asia, and particularly on a wide F1 track like here, there's not the same fear of making that mistake. He can push himself that much harder, and as a result, he's been able to find the absolute limit of his car.
He's on pole again today, and it's actually his dad's birthday, so he'll be trying to give him a reason to celebrate. The grid is actually determined by the qualifying session that was held earlier in the weekend. Mark, talk us through the rest of the grid.
Well, it was a very competitive qualifying session. The top 6 separated by less than 9/10 of a second. Munro, Wells and Solomon, the top 3. Then in 4th comes Pu Jin. He won the Best China Driver Trophy in last year's series. In 6th is Matt Swanepoel from South Africa. He had a rebuild of the bottom part of his engine overnight to try and iron out some kinks there. Then we have a couple of the Star Racing Academy drivers in 7th and 8th. Further towards the back of the field, Yin Hai Tao in 17th had a problem with his rear suspension during that qualifying session, so wasn't able to record a lap. He starts on the back row alongside Dharma Hutono.
Thanks, Mark. Should be another great race.
The final race of the weekend gets underway here in Shanghai. Munro, Wells, Solomon remain the first 3 cars going into the first corner. Then comes Aston Hare and Pu Junjin battling for 4th place. A couple of cars stalled on the grid. That's Bao Jinlong and Zhou Chenyu. They'll need help from the marshals. Wells, Munro, Solomon, Hare. Yuan Bo on the left-hand side of the screen there, battling with Matt Swanepoel. He moves past up into 6th position. Solomon looking for a way past Wells to go into 2nd place and finds it here into turn 14. Great driving from the youngster from Hong Kong. Wells trying to come back, but he can't, and that's a spin out there from Yin Hai Tao. More trouble for him after he had to start at the back of the grid. Back with the leading cars now, and you're looking at the battle for 3rd place. Dan Wells in the blue and white car. Aston Hare right behind him in the red. These two almost locked together in formation through the chicane. Hare all over the back of Dan Wells, looking for a way past. He wants his first podium position of the season. It looks like he's going to go past him here down the long straight. Munro and Solomon coming to the corner, but behind them, Aston Hare goes through. Wells swings wide to try and reclaim that 3rd spot. Comes in, almost clashing there. Oh, and more action here in Shanghai. A big spin from Akhil Rabindra in the Meko Motorsport car. More midfield battles here, and that is Manla Mandakane in the red car, number 21, trying to find a way past young Senna Iriwan. Mdakane pulls wide to get past Iriwan, looks to have him down this straight, but Iriwan holds the racing line and stays in front for now. Coming into the final stages of the race, and it's looking slippery out there. Another spin. This time it's the Meritus car of Anderson Martono. Oh, and this does not look good at all. That looks to be Manla Mdakane in the Meritus car. The red flag immediately comes out, and let's take a look at this replay. It's Sean Hudspeth clips him from the behind. Twice he rolls over, but great to see him out of the car. So an unusual ending to the race, with the red flag bringing things to an early close. After the red flag was shown, the final positions are determined as of the end of the previous lap. So no checkered flag today, but safety, of course, far more important.
James, another win. Is this one for your dad on his birthday?
Yeah, it is for Dad. I would like to dedicate this one to him. He worked so hard to help me first of all get out and race, and he's just a great mentor himself. Man, that was a tough race. Matt was putting a heap of pressure on me. The red flag certainly helped at the end to take that pressure off of the last lap, or else it could have been a different result, but no, very happy to have another win.
Give me a few more corners, I would have passed James, and I think we would have won the race, but no, it's okay. Finally broke the streak. I think third is behind us now, so I think we can have more seconds in first.
Aston, first podium position this season. What was the turning point in the race?
Well, I was really struggled to get past Wells. Took me quite a few attempts to try to get past him. Eventually I did get past him. I knew that I had to make sure that I made a big enough gap before we got into the long back straights. But from there I was able to control it, and I'm happy with the third and I have to be on the podium.
A different top three then for race 6, but still James Munro with the win, Matt Solomon in second here, and Aston Hare in third. Yuan Bo top of the 3 Star Racing Academy drivers in 12th position.
Last time we showed you a great move from Matt Swanepoel. Next, let's check out the move of this weekend from our Masters Pass.
Our Masters Pass features Chinese driver Yinhai Tao in the orange car on the left of your screen, using the slipstream to blow past Matt Solomon and move up into third place. James Munro's perfect start has him way ahead at the top of the drivers' classification after the first 2 race weekends. Dan Wells in second, Matt Solomon in third, and Matt Swanepoel will be looking to move up that leaderboard after a frustrating first few weeks. Let's take a look now at the team classification. And Cebu Pacific Air by KCMG, 135 points. Eurasia Motorsport in second with 75, and Meritus in third.
A dramatic close to another great weekend of racing, and good to see Mandela walk away from his crash. James Munro continues to dominate the series with an incredible 5 wins out of 5, but with his teammate Dan Wells pushing him hard. And Aston Hare and Matt Solomon looking to be quicker and quicker on the track. There's sure to be more fierce competition all season long. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.